The 7 Hz and Crinacle Dioko is yet another garbage Crinacle collaboration IEM. We haven't seen one of these in a while, but unfortunately here we are yet again. Crinacle made a video calling affiliate links bad, which they are, but he's incredibly hypocritical and biased himself. A common thing Crinacle does is hype up a garbage IEM from some company, then collaborate with such company. He did this with the Moondrop Blessing 2 and the 7 Hz Timeless. The 7 Hz Timeless was always a terrible IEM with abhorrent high frequency performance, and the Dioko is just as bad, if not worse. How are expensive IEMs being released with channel matching this garbage in 2022? It's ridiculous. Before I compare the Dioko to the most accurate target response above 200 Hz, I will explain the target. The diffuse field target is a very close representation of the head-related transfer function characteristics of a flat signal at the eardrum in a room. When we subtract the diffuse field head-related transfer function, we can compare the frequency response of a headphone or IEM to ideal speaker frequency responses. Here's the spinorama data for the Genelec A341A. As you can see, it performs virtually flawlessly in on-axis, early reflections, and sound power. The vertical directivity of the speaker is as good as the horizontal. This is because it is a coaxial speaker. There is no phase interference occurring between the tweeter and the woofer as we would see on a traditional studio monitor. Constant directivity is required for a smooth in-room response. Combining the three metrics I stated earlier and weighing them as 12% direct sound, 44% early reflections, and 44% sound power, we arrive at the predicted in-room response. The red line shows what is most accurate for a speaker. Songs are not mixed for Apple EarPods. Whoever told you that is a moron. They are meant to sound the best on the best systems. Now, if we apply this to the Moondrop variations, it is an extremely close match except for slight deviations in the upper mid-range and above 15 kHz. The peak at 8 kHz depends on the level of smoothing of the diffuse field target shown. Raw diffuse field has an 8 kHz peak. So does the response at someone's eardrum when listening to ideal speakers in a room. In this case, Bad Guy Good Guy Audio Reviews is using a smoother diffuse field target, so there is a peak around 8 kHz in the compensated measurement. A bass boost is partly preference and more is preferred for IEM, so the required bass below 200 Hz varies depending on the transducer type. The bass in the Harman target is akin to using a subwoofer with your speakers. Now, looking at the Dioko starting in the bass, the compliance is fairly close to the Harman IE target, although it is slightly lacking in deep bass. I would give it a B+ in this regard. Moving up to the upper bass and lower mid-range, it is slightly above what we want. Mud causes coloration to vocals and instruments and is low fidelity, although it is not too horrible here. There is a peak at 1.5 kHz which can cause vocals to sound shouty. But again, this is not a major deviation. Past 2 kHz, this IEM gets an F grade across the board. What in the world is going on? These drivers are literally going to shit. Peaks and cuts everywhere, recessed vocal peak region, extremely high resonant peak, and a huge drop in SPL after the resonant peak. This sounds terrible! There is zero, and I mean absolutely zero fidelity to be found in this dogshit IEM. Crinacle has not released a single good collaboration IEM, and you people need to stop supporting this clown. If you want to support the realest audio reviewer, donate through PayPal to gania1@gmail.com, super chat donations in your comments, or join the channel membership for $4.99 a month for a shoutout at the end of each video. If you want me to review a product, specify the product in your donation. If you would like to talk to people about anything audio related and much more without the fear of getting banned for no reason, be sure to check out the Apple House Sound Discord server, linked in the description. As usual, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with your friends.